Billionaire Jokes 101. How do you like your chocolate? Rich. Yo, what's up guys? I hope you enjoyed that new intro video. We're thinking about incorporating some of those into our YouTube now. If you guys like that, you can get more funny videos on my TikTok and my Instagram. And I'm also thinking about dropping them here. If you liked it, give me the thumbs up. And if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you can be the first one to comment so I can get right back to you. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic, how I did over $600 in profit in my first month drop shipping back on eBay. Let's get it. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get into it. In today's topic, I'm going to be going over how I did $600 in profit my first month back drop shipping. Altogether, it was about $7,092 in sales. We did about 9% profit. It's 1% shy of what I really wanted it to be, but we're in the right ballpark, and we're taking this thing into the next level. So I'm hoping within the next 2 to 3 months I can bring this back up to 15, even to 30K would be amazing. If I can do that at 9% profit, we got this, and then it's time to build up more stores from there. So at 9%, that should be a little over 2K. In the meantime, I'm going to be incorporating and adding a VA into this. I'm going to, record that when I'm ready to do a VA. I want to get between 11 to 15K first before I start adding a VA. Once again, if you guys don't know, my store is 100% manual still. I have absolutely no software, none whatsoever connected to it. That means I monitor all my price changes. I price match things that have gotten out of stock. I do everything, and it takes a little bit of time, but right now it's generating $600. So like what my goal is to get is to about 1,000, 200, 1,300. This month we're establishing an LLC, and I'm also going to be looking to hire a part-time lister first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a part-time VA once I reach the 10,000 to 15,000 threshold, and then at that point I'm going to get my VA incorporated into my business, and I'm going to have her or him list 2 items a day. My game plan right now in my head, how I'm thinking, is I kind of just want to get one VA and to run this whole entire store, keep products low but sales high. So we're trying to get that incorporated right now, working in. So far it's been working good, but we are in Q4, so you don't know how this is going to work out as we move forward. Sales are going to drop after December, specifically probably December 25th, but after, into early January, sales still may be a little high, but between like February and March, they usually slow down a little bit depending on how well your sales were doing and such forth. So that's where we're at right now. And I want to go over a few things with you guys just to show you my numbers, everything that's been working for me. Also, if you like these videos, hit the subscribe and like button, please. It would do so much for me. Please, please, please. Thank you. And if you want mentoring, reach out to me on Instagram. I can always help you out with that. All right. So from right now, let's break it down. All right. So basically on this store that we're running right now, we have... Let's go over the impressions right now. So with the impressions that we have right now, it looks like the impressions keep going up. This was Black Friday over here, then it took a slight dip, but it's still rising up. Today it is super early in the day. I'm on the East Coast, so my my impressions take forever to go up. By the end of the day, like 6 a.m. I think it resets, or like 3 or 6 a.m. it resets on the West Coast. So it has all that time to go through still. So that's where my my promoted listings are right now. To talk about this, like, has anything affected that? I don't think so. I'm using a random zip code. It's a static zip code that I list on every single item. It hasn't really affected anything. I'm not using multiple listings right now. If I could, I would, and I wouldn't really change it if I had the option to, until you got more and more feedback on this. Like, this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Like, I'm showing you right now how the process that I go about it is. I used to make rapid changes when eBay decided to make rapid changes themselves. However, that seems to not work. What works that I've found is just waiting until you're kind of forced to do it and then do it. Honestly, I wish it wasn't that way, because I feel like, okay, the earlier you take advantage and start working these things into how you're doing your business, it would be better. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way with eBay. I don't know why. I've done this in the past. If you want to see what I did in the past, you can check out my last video. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put also one all the way up here so you guys can check it out. One of those little card things. It's in the last video I just did. It talks about how I made rapid changes. So with that being said, I'm kind of keeping it, simple, not making too many crazy changes. And as you can see, I'm still benefiting from it. One random zip code, okay? So next off, we're going to talk about my sales. Like I said, guys, I'm not lying. We did, it looks like 2 days so far, over $500 in sales were my best 2 days. And this is within 1 month. So I couldn't be happier with that. That's pretty good right now. I have a very small amount of listings up, and I'll go over that with you guys right now. And we'll go break that down. But sales are doing pretty good. We've had some items, so issues with Walmart. So I don't know why, but and like at least 2 of my items, Walmart just decided not to deliver them anymore, right? So this is how I handled that. I was like freaking out. I was like, man, this kind of sucks, right? I got Walmart just deciding like, okay, I don't want to deliver items anymore. So how did I handle that? Well, I went to the store and I literally picked up those items and I reshipped them myself. Did I take a loss? Nope, because I didn't. 2 of the items that I found, I didn't have to pay the $5.99 to, so I put that back into the shipping, and they're already packaged. So all I had to do was put it into the what's it called again? All I had to do was go to UPS, get a tracking label printed out, attach it to my box, and ship it out. And it worked out pretty good on 2 of the items. Would I continue doing that? Probably no. It took time out of my day. I really didn't want to do that. And the profits were okay, but nothing crazy. So I wouldn't do that again. One of the other things that I also had was a recent item that went and said it was not deliverable, so I waited it out. Another thing you guys got to do, if it says not deliverable, you really want to wait. So I waited about 1 to 2 days, and fortunately for me, now it's deliverable again. I have no idea, but sometimes this happens with Walmart as well. And I still have 1 item that I shipped, or that I got bought today, that out of the blue just decided to be not deliverable anymore. I was shipping it constantly, and then today all of a sudden it got not deliverable anymore. So when you're gonna do this 100% manual, the best thing to do is always keep your listings at 1. So what I do is after this happens is I double check. Like every time I make a sale, I double check like, okay, what's going on with this item? Let me make sure it's still in stock. Has the price increased? Do I have to adjust it? Let me see the competition on it. This takes time, but if you really want to do this, you can. And the possibilities with this are like I can create multiple stores, which is what I plan to do. We need to get 1 going up to around 20 to 30K, generating about 2K profit. We should be good. Then we're going to start up another one, get it up to the same level. Goal is to own around like maybe 4 to 5. If I want to go higher, I will. And we're going to build it from there. I'm going to do a different way next time where I'm going to include some software. But in this one, unfortunately, it's run on Firefox. I cannot really do too much with the software. And I know you guys are eager to know about my Chrome extension that's out right now. But I don't really want to talk about it until I can show you guys how to use it. I'm going to do a huge video on it. It's out, it works, but nobody knows how to use it because I didn't go over that yet. But it is out, and it is awesome, and it works really well. But I can't use it with this store because it runs off Firefox. So in the meantime, what we're doing is I just hired another developer to build out, to make it work with Firefox as well. So if you're in my predicament, you can run it on Firefox as well as Chrome. And I just wanted to make it available in more than one place. So you can run Firefox and you'll be able to run Chrome. It'll be out soon, but before it gets done, I want to go over it with you guys. So I don't want to talk too much on that, but it is out. All right. And if you have Chrome, I can show you how to use it, but we're going to wait until the video comes out and then I'll show you guys. All right. Enough about that. Let's get back into the store. Some of the other cool things that happen. Price matching. You really need to learn how to price match. I've been dominating with one item where I've been getting anywhere between 20 to 30% margins because I know how to price match. When price matching with Walmart, you can make one sale, one price match with that one item a day. Fortunately for me, this item keeps selling, but I only list it at once. I do one round a day and make sure it only sells one time a day. And if I have to price match it, I can only do it once a day, but I make a really good profit off of this item. You guys need to learn how to do that ASAP. All right, I'm not going to go any further into that, but learn how to price match. All right, so next, let's break this down. All right, so right now I have currently 52 active listings. With questions, there's 10. I got to get to that. Open offers 0, 0, 0. Ending today 2. Running out of stock are 8. Underperforming 7. Scheduled listings 0. Unsold ended listings I have 1. And that's probably one of the main items I first started with when I got started on here, and we're going to go over that later. All right, next, let's go on to the next topic over here. All right, so I have 25 that are awaiting shipping. A lot of you guys have been worried about your tracking information for Walmart, and I'm not going to go over it here because, again, last time I got backlash over it, but there is a way to manage that. Anyways, so let's keep going. All open returns, replacements. If you guys want to know how I do that, hit me up on Instagram. All open returns, replacements. I have 1 open return right now. I had 2, had to refund somebody, and I had a case that was open because of this one item that was getting shipped super late. Oh, it was driving me crazy. So unfortunately, eBay gave me an ultimatum, and they were like, okay, you need, and I'm going to break this down for you guys, okay? You need to understand this and get this into your head. If you have a potential in a store to make an X amount of money, then sometimes you have to take a loss to continue to making money, okay? With that being said, this item wasn't going to get delivered until like December 28th or something like that, and I shipped it on the 4th, but for whatever reason, Walmart couldn't get their stuff together to ship it out within a time frame that was like reasonable. It was like a month from now. I'm like, okay, well, on the listing itself on Walmart, it said it was going to ship out in like less than 10 days. It just, I don't know what happened. So I have to reach out to Walmart. Hopefully I can get a little bit of a refund or a discount on that. That's still up in the air. All right. So with that being said, what happened was I had a case open because the buyer said they didn't receive their item. And when that happened, I told them like, look, it's going to take longer than it's supposed to. I'm sorry about this, but the item is on its way. And then eBay hit me a few days ago saying like, look, you need to get this sorted out by the 10th. Otherwise, we're going to favor with the buyer. And I said, okay. It'll be a strike against me if I let eBay figure this out by itself. So I was like, why not go ahead and just send the refund to the buyer? So I took the loss. The item is still going to the buyer, and I just want the buyer to be happy at this point. Like, I know this was a mistake. It happened. I'm going to try and get some money out of Walmart if I can, but it's probably going to be a toss-up. It's probably not going to work in my favor. I may be able to make it work, but you know, this is just one of those things where you have to learn that when doing business, sometimes you'll take a loss, but in the greater scheme of things, you are probably going to make it back in the long run. So it was a hard loss, but it's okay. Everything comes in full circle. So something will come in my favor later on, and I'll take care of it, and we'll be squared away. All right, guys. So also I have to enable the automated response when I get items that are shipped to me. So what I mean by that is when you make a sale, you can set up something that does feedback for you. So you can set up an automatic feedback response. So once an item is shipped and delivered, you can say thank you for your purchase. So I will be setting that up shortly. I kind of wanted to keep my store. How this helps is like if you get like negative reviews, like your store doesn't go like really far down when it comes to like 1 or 2 that come in, and they will come in eventually. Every store gets a neutral or a negative at some point. Like it doesn't matter. Like I've gotten some in the past that are negative reviews due to they just didn't like the item, and like you can get them like, you know, removed over time, but like in the long run of things, you kind of just want to, you know, have more feedback so that those fall by the wayside, because sooner or later you get 5 a day, 6 a day. 1 negative isn't really going to hurt it that bad. But I also wanted to keep my store with smaller feedback, so it wasn't easily searchable on Zik Analytics. Now I don't know if that's like the best way to go about it, but that's how I was utilizing it at the time. So I'm kind of like figuring it out right now. So far so good, but I'll probably increase my my feedback so that my store does good in case I do get a negative. I've had a negative already on this account. The lady, we talked it out and she was 100% apologetic, took it back, and now it's 100% positive feedback. So I couldn't be happier with that. It had taken me down to like an 81% positive at that time, but then it just skyrocketed back up to 100% positive. So that's where I'm at that. All right, let's go over the next stuff over here. All right, so clicks, promoted listings, and sales. So we've had 1,837 clicks, 69 sold. That is like, it's all right. It's not too bad, but it's not too good. So our sales are still doing pretty high up here. And this is with my promoted listing. So I just want to show you guys that. And last but not least, this is my store since I began starting. As you can see, there's been some waves up here. This is normal. This is a pretty good wave. I'm hoping to ride this out until the end of December. If I can do that, that would be 100% awesome. So we're working on that right now, making that all happen. And we're going to keep going and continuing. So what are my goals? What do I want to accomplish? I need to get the store up to around 30K. So the next goal is to be at around 15K. I want to do that by the end of next month. I think we can. I think we can be able to do that. We're starting to generate some $500 days, so a little bit more, and we should be there, which will be fantastic. If I can get it up to 15K, we should be generating a little over $1,000 a month, and then we're going to go further from there. We're going to increase it to about 20,000 and up higher, and I'm hoping that works out. In the next few videos, as long as I can get this up to around, sorry guys, as long as I can get this up to around 20K or 15K, I will be hiring a VA to put in place, and I'll show you guys how I went about that. And we're just going to keep trying to break it in. So I want to say thank you guys for checking out how I made $600 profit in my first month drop shipping. If you guys want to see more, please check out some of the cards that I have up here that are listed. Also, if you guys want, you can hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit me up on Instagram and on YouTube. I drop comments on here all the time. I'm out here trying to help people out constantly. Guys, just like message me, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It would be in the world to me. All right, guys, without further ado, I want to say peace and thanks for checking this out. Peace.
I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands.